I've never been to Ikebukuro before, but I heard that it is this cool and hippie place. We met up with Lydia at Kurasushi for lunch first. While this is not my first time at a conveyor belt sushi restaurant in Japan, it is definitely my first time playing gacha at one. So what you do is you insert the empty plates here, and with every 5 plates you get to play a game of gacha. You don't press anything, the game just kind of runs by itself. Sadly, despite trying a few times, we didn't win anything. And that is not very waku waku. Places like this are popular among students and families. It's very affordable as well, and I could see myself coming here a lot if I grew up here in Japan. We then started to explore Ikebukuro. The easiest way I could describe this place is that it feels like a more toned down Akihabara. There aren't big posters of anime girls plastered everywhere on walls and buildings. But it did feel like you kinda needed to know where to find all the otaku stuff if that is what you're looking for. But I think that is also what probably makes Ikebukuro feels more approachable compared to Akihabara. We visited this theme cafe which is based on a BL manga. You can go and figure out what BL stands for. Manga or anime themed pop-up cafes are very common in Japan. Usually it's a cafe with themed food and drinks that are linked to the story or characters, and you can also buy some of the merch or souvenirs there. I was also told that Ikebukuro is also popular amongst cosplayers. There are quite a number of shops that sell costumes, makeup items and accessories. We also went to Mandarake, which sells many second-hand anime or idol-related goods. I picked up a pair of Naruto and Sasuke figurines, which had a lower price because the box is apparently damaged. But it worked out for me because I didn't intend to keep them in the box anyway. For dinner, we asked Lydia to bring us to an izakaya. Unlike the typical rowdy izakaya, this place is a bit more high class, I would say. The food was amazing. The place feels like this nice cozy cave, and I meant it in the best way possible. There are also little spaces that act like rooms for smaller groups or couples, which can give you some sort of privacy. The only thing that you may need to take note of is that the menu is in Japanese, and you will likely need to make a reservation to get in here. By this point in the trip, as much as I hate to admit it, we were getting a little bit sick of Japanese food. We realized that it's hard to get fresh vegetables in your diet if you're out every day eating typical Japanese goodies. That's why we ended up in a salad place for lunch, taking a break from all the heavy food we were having. We also managed to visit the Google office in Japan. I don't think I should show too much of the interior, but the office has a gorgeous view of Shibuya and Tokyo from the 35th level. We went in a bit late as well, so we couldn't really try the food, which usually is a highlight to people who are visiting a Google office. And since we were in Shibuya, we went over to the Pokémon Center, which is located inside Shibuya Pako. I was a little disappointed to see that the centerpiece, which was supposed to be a Mewtwo statue, wasn't there. But somehow I noticed that everyone seemed to be taking photos of the empty capsule. I became FOMO and started taking photo of it, but turns out I'm an idiot because I soon realized it's an augmented reality experience. And you need to scan the QR code first for it to work. I believe there's an actual physical statue and it's probably under maintenance or something. there's also this thing where you can let them take a photo of you, and it creates a Pikachu that is supposed to dress similarly to what you're wearing. Just beside the Pokemon Center is a Jump store. Jump or Jump Comics is a weekly manga publisher that has published big titles such as Naruto, One Piece, and Demon Slayer. There's also a big Nintendo store for you to explore at the same level. So if you're into all this stuff, I think Shibuya Parko will be a playground for you. Before we ended our night, we visited Akihabara's Mandarake. I was hoping to find more good deals of anime figurines, but instead in this store, they have a lot of retro consoles and games. They are decently priced and this place feels like a mini museum to me. And of course, how can I leave this place without checking out the latest installation of Final Fantasy VII? Final Fucker. Rule 34, baby! We went to Asakusa not for the typical visit to Kenchō-ji temple. Instead, I was there to fly my drone. While I flew my drone earlier in the trip at Lake Toya in Hokkaido, Tokyo, like most cities in Japan, is largely a no-fly zone due to the proximity to the airport as well as it being densely populated. But after several months and with the help of some friends helping me translate replies, I was able to obtain the permit just the day before. Made up a Pikuan, which is another friend of mine, and we came to this mushroom hotpot place. You can order a set meal and you have this huge variety of mushrooms that you can try. Broth was extremely flavorful, the ingredients were fresh, and we were able to load up vegetables, which we were sorely missing. This is my first time going to Kamakura. It's about an hour plus train ride out from Tokyo. And because we depended on Google Maps, we got on the wrong train. The train still goes to Kamakura, but it's one which you need to pay extra for seat reservation. So I kind of panicked a little and had a broken conversation with our train conductor. But thankfully, instead of finding us, he asked us to take any empty seat for the remaining journey. We started our exploration at Kenchō-ji. It is one of the oldest Zen temples in Japan and was established in the 12th century when Kamakura was the capital. Through this temple, you can do a small hike up, where you can kind of get a view of the town. And if you are blessed with good weather like us, you can even see Mount Fuji from here. There is also this beautiful quaint garden where you can sit and forget about the passing of time. The only hints you get are the moving trees and the tiny waves on the pond whenever the wind blows. We took a lunch break at the soba place in the main town area, and then took a 10-minute bus ride to Hokokuji. This temple is much smaller and its air was nicely scented by incense. It is also known for its bamboo garden, which reminded me of the bamboo forest in Arashiyama. The last temple we visited was the Tsurugaoka Hachimangū, which is flooded with tour groups and even kids who seems to be here as part of a school trip. It's a pretty nice place, but I enjoyed the first two temples a little more, maybe because they were less crowded. Before heading back to Tokyo, we rested at this cafe where we had this sweet, soft and chewy warabi mochi. For the last dinner of our trip, we challenged ourselves by visiting an izakaya near our hotel. You know you are in an authentic izakaya when you're surrounded by Japanese who seems to be here for nomikai, which is basically after work drinks. The menu was only in Japanese, it's handwritten, which means that Google Translate was giving us funky ass results. We resorted to reading whichever kanji we could recognize, naming some basic item which we are familiar with like karage, and pointing to some pictures which the waiter showed us. I'm so glad to be back here, experiencing the winter cold and to visit Japan again. I also really appreciated despite the bustling city spaces, we were able to enjoy quiet moments in between. And that's the end of Ken in Japan Season 4. I hope you guys enjoyed this, I guess, new style. Wow, you Nihonjin ni narimashita. Hi, kapila. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this season. Hopefully we don't have to wait another 4 years for another Ken in Japan to happen. Yep, so we are flying tomorrow and we'll see you guys again. Sayonara. Sayonara. Basuwa. Da 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 da.